Hello, 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 and welcome back. This is Julia with the Jewel Design Sunday morning edition. We are moving on from Friday's video. Hopefully you watched it. If not, then I can make a quick link right here. And you can go back and watch it real quick and then come back to me here. But we are getting started here in November with our first few days here with my vintage Santa's Vintage Christmas. And I am working on my 15 plus page journal. 15 pieces of paper makes it 60 pages. We are putting in, we've got bags, we've got doilies. We are adding in a new envelope flip today. I'm trying to get the really big stuff done today, or done first, before we work on the cover, so we can get it sewn in. And then we can do that, nitty gritty, last minute, pockety fun stuff. So, I thought instead of waiting until Monday or Tuesday, we would do a little Sunday edition and we would get the next big project in. So what I'm trying to show you this month with this journal is things you might have seen or things are different, but what I'm using, the big things I'm doing, like past Friday's package paper. It was an envelope that had my actual sticker book in, that I'd ordered from the Netherlands. She had put in a red thing because it was the time of year. And it was in good condition, and I loved the colors, so we made a tuck and a pocket, and we're making all kinds of fun stuff out of it. Today we're using a red envelope, red and gold envelope. Now it was for Valentine's Day, but I love the coloring for this kit and what we're doing with it. So we're going to take some vertical pages from last year's Vintage Greetings Christmas kit, because they still fit, they still look really good, and we're going to cover this envelope. We're going to glue it in. And we're going to, get the basics done. I actually started this video and realized I had the wrong papers, and I was hemming and hawing, and I went, nope, start over. And now I think I got it figured out, and I've got images that work on the right sides, because I had flipped this around at one point and had it completely backwards, and oh my gosh, it was only getting worse. So to start off with, I did do a quick glance. I distressed the bottom, or deckled the bottom. We're going to deckle probably all the edges because I want a little bit of the red to show. I don't want to completely cover it up. I do like it when our pages are distressed and you can see a little bit of the envelope or whatever behind it. But we're going to prep and cut. I figured out where my spacing is and what we need to do, and I can sit and talk to you guys and not be completely freaking out, because I really, really was having troubles. And I realized this was not going to fly in my favor. Now, the problem is with her, which was my biggest issue, was that I could not for the life of me, and I think we're going to go inside it, figure out what to do with her, because I was cutting off the bottom of her, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It is a collage, don't get me wrong, but I hate to lose all of her. And no matter what I did, though, I couldn't find a way. So then I realized, well, wait a minute, let's cut it out. Since I think this one I may have layered, I don't remember. I know the wreath looks familiar, but I may have pulled the wreath out of it, or I may have put her in with the wreath. Nope, this is from the original. I take that back. This is the greeting card. So I may have pulled the wreath out and used it for something else. But I am going to carefully cut her out at the bottom here, so I can fussy cut her in somewhere else later. And what we're going to do is we're just going to layer it on the envelope and make it a different half wreath ordeal, because I don't want to waste anything. So see, I can still use this part. I can still use her as a piece, any elements of this elsewhere. We're not going to waste that. No. Little bummed I had to fold her down the middle, but that's all right. We'll put her really flat on something and she'll just look that much more vintage, right? All right, so now this becomes scrap. And I think there are going to be two separate entities now, so we're just going to, we'll fold that, and maybe we can make it, ooh, you know what, that could go over a page. Fold over tuck page thing. A little bit of him, right? Ooh, distress the edges, and yeah, I bet you we could put that, I mean, that over a page is going to be on the outside of a page, but maybe have something fun with that. Okay. Like I said, I have if you saw me Friday, I had my container of fun ideas. So I had to figure out, though, how tall and how big this was, because I can't deckle the edges when you only have so many, when your page is bigger than your deckle machine. It's a little hard. So I had to figure out exactly where I was going to fold it and pray. Now, of course, with that in mind, you just then sort of center it on your envelope or your page that you're using. If you cut too much off, you can, I hate to take out the red, but we're going to have to a little bit. There we go. I mean, I know I'm going to distress it, but not that much. Now, even the top does need to be distressed. I want it all the way around, deckled all the way around. I say distressed. Paper's distressed, ink's distressed, everything's distressing it, right? We're making it old no matter what we do. Even if it is just in a little bit. It doesn't have to even be a lot. Though lately, my decal machine seems a little dull. Especially this bottom section down here. And I don't know why. I just think it's too little. That's all right. It's okay. We want that rough. We want it old. We want it to look like it's been folded 50 times over, right? We just did that with Friday. We folded the flap to my scalloped envelope so many times it was really easy to just rip it off and distress it. So before I forget, because if you know me, ooh, it's on the fold there. Okay, we'll have to. Yeah, I get excited and I forget to do everything. I guess that's my other thing. I was just afraid I was going to forget to do stuff or do it wrong, and all of a sudden I was like, I have to pause this video. I got to start over because I need to have a better plan of attack. But I hope you're doing well. I hope the first almost full week of November has gone well, that your weekend is going well, and I appreciate you letting me join in on your Sunday morning. I don't know if I'm going to run this maybe I'll run it at 8 o'clock in the morning. That way East Coast, it's still brunchy time. I could go earlier. I don't know. My mom and Gail are both doing really well with, the midnight showings. So we get people late at night who, maybe don't sleep all that well. And then you get those who, start first thing in the morning. You get your East Coast when they wake up. I don't know. So I don't know if I want to follow suit. And I think most people are just like, oh, forget it. Bring it up at midnight. The whole world can see whenever they're ready. So we'll do that. It will be... Okay, so I definitely have more than I need. But we know that when this goes to fold, we're going to hit there. And what else do I need to know? So I think if I'm going to cut anything off, which of course nothing is centered. Why doesn't that surprise me? I wonder if that needed to come off, if it would help. Doesn't look like it's going to stay on anyway, so let's just pop this off. It may make it crooked, it may not, I don't know. We'll find out, right? I'm not sure what was up with that, like if it was supposed to come off or not. Alright, so if it looks a little off anyway, let's fix that issue. We're going to have its own little fun. I won't glue it down yet. I'm just trying to see where my fold's going to be. Because remember, what I'm doing is I am working all the way in on this one, into the flap, because I want to make sure that we have enough strength in this fold to let it open and close. If we keep opening it up to get to the page, it's going to really struggle. Now, right now I can tell you I have more than enough here, and it's going to go on the page. Oh, I always do this. This is what's getting me in trouble. So what happens is, see, it's going to go, oh, so yeah, it is going here, and then it's coming off. So, I'm going to trim a little off. I think what I do is I'm going to glue down the first half, and then we'll fold it, make sure things fit really well, and then what we'll do is before we glue down here, we'll trim a little off and eyeball it, because I do not want to trim it and then find out nothing sits where it's supposed to. Because what I can do is I can do this and make sure it sits nice. We glue it down, because I don't cut straight apparently, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's the joys of junk journals. Perfectly imperfect for sure. All right. Oh, yeah, and I found more scraps, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I stopped and tried again, because I was like, if I didn't, this could be really bad. And I'm hoping with this, we're going to put a button here, and a word, and we're going to put string, and to see if I feel that it helps to wrap it around onto the page itself and help maybe keep it closed so that it doesn't flap around and have some more stability. But we have to work our way through that, because if we do this, let's see. I want to make sure that, nice thing is that we're not gluing, get in there. We're just gluing the flap down to the page. So when you open it this way, when it's in the journal, this is all one page in a way. So if I wanted to, oh, that's on the inside, so it really doesn't work, huh? Never mind, maybe not be need to, because it goes here, then it opens, and really, there is no need for anything right there. Well, how rude. And we don't want to put a button there if you're going to want to write on that back page and it's going to get in the way. Well, bummer. I was like, man. unless we could put the button on the outside and wrap it into the inside. So to untie it here so you could open it from the page. Now that would be how to, but we don't want to put the button on the inside. We're going to want to put something flat on the inside and put a button on the outside. Maybe so that it's not as bumpy. If we put it on the inside, it's going to make it really hard to write on this page if there's a button right there. Okay, still want to do a string. We're just going to play it because this is definitely, we are putting this on a waxy piano paper. I don't know if it's a wax or paper. Piano page on a waxy print job. I have no clue where we got it from. I just realized that it's been sitting in this big old chunk in my stash, and I was like, time to use it. Love the coloring on it, and this is a little bit more textured. It's a little flatter, matted, so we can write on this very carefully. Yeah, or even if I'm worried about it, I could put, you know, even coffee dyed paper over it. That one is really bumpy. And where is my less bumpy version? I have more stuff. I could put a less crazy version of it on it. And, you know, this could be the outer layer, and then we distress another page in and make it nice and stout, which I might still do, but I love the coloring. So anyway, okay, so we worked that out. So there's still a little working out to be done, but this is where it's going on, and I have to make sure we don't mess this up completely, because in the end we are adding some lace to that the back side here. When it's going on, it's sticking out a little bit, so there's all these little things. Oh my gosh, it's not a tutorial in any manner, guys. So not a tutorial. Not at all. So we're going to start off with the thing, because as I mentioned, when I do this video, of course, I don't know if my my glitter glue actually arrived or not. Let's cross our fingers. It said it had shipped out and it'd be here tomorrow, which would have been, let's see, that was a Friday. Yeah, it'd be here for Saturday. So let's cross our fingers that it actually showed up on Saturday like it's supposed to, since my glitter glue is coming out of New York, not Arizona. I guess I never realized that maybe from last time I ordered it. Like, I don't know, a year ago in November, I ordered it and it got here no problem. At least I don't remember getting here any problems. And so I did it again. I ordered it 1st of October to get it here in November, and I don't know. It didn't, I thought it'd be fine. And because it was on a, oh crap, before I forget. Sorry guys. I realized I need to cover that up there. That I ordered last time from Amazon, I thought I'd be fine. And now if I'm going to do the holly up there underneath, right up here, but I don't know if I want to compete with that. So I think instead, let's see how big of a circle I can make to tuck under that. Let's see if I have plenty if I have to do it twice. Here's that. Let's go up here, and if I have to, I'll do another one. I want something where I have basic and I can, oh, that's nowhere near. Oh, that's a huge hole. Never mind. Well, I have a new piece. I know I'm not using all of this. Eek. Here we go again, right? Woman, you just thought you had this all figured out. Okay, well, I want to save that scrap, and I'll save a scrap. Jeez. I thought 2 inches would be enough. Guess not. That's a really big hole. Alright, so what we want to do is, I know for sure that this guy, you know, is coming up here. So I should have a chunk here to use. So let's see. I don't need too deep. Here we go, back to our famous measuring, right? Just enough that I can tuck it and recut it, because I'm gonna have to distress the top so you can't see. We want to deckle edge it. Yeah, I went a little deep, but that's okay. We're going to deckle edge that. Where are we going to deckle edge this to make sure it covers? I know it's gluing itself down as we speak. Ooh, there we go. Here. Hold on. Luckily, it is glue stick. So, all right. Yeah, no, right where I sort of have it. Okay. It's fun working on these things, right? And And that is the hard part. So I could sit here and do this off camera and I would just be like, do, and I'd have it done and I would have no problems. But because I'm on camera, it is like, oh, you want to do what? How dare you think you are able to do that in one fell swoop without any help, without any issues. And I am recording, right? Oh, God, right. That'd be the other thing. Let's not and say we did. And I am distressing all the edges just in case. We're going to re-glue this puppy, which I should be using. I know better. One of these. My mom got me the new blue one, but I don't know if I want to. I notice I have a hard time getting things to slide across, and because of the nails, I don't always get to pick stuff up. And so sliding anything across the pretty new that brown thing. Of course, my hands are dirty. Oh, cheese and crackers. Well, I'm going to be putting a fussy cut on it, and I know that much, so I'm not too stressed out here. There we go. Okay. No, it's damp, but all right. Let's do that. I know there's now stuff there, but we are going to be putting. I am putting a fussy cut, so we can do, you know, a poinsettia we can clean up. I'm going to do it upside down so it's hanging. We have holly. I have things in this color range actually that we might be able to cut up a little bit better and put in that place. I'm like, I'm not too worried. I have some options here that we could. I want it too small because then I really can't cut around it. I mean, I can put another, we can do sort of like we did last time, the same round. I can even put a circle inside a circle for him if I wanted to. But no, I think I want some kind of like more like holly hanging from it, from the edge, and we'll do it that way. And I could put another word in there or something, but let's do this. Yeah, I think more like this, and we can trim it and distress around it. So let's try that. Okay, that'll hide our imperfections. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna do my glue stick the best we can, and then we can go back and, you know, do the glitter glue wherever I need to. So that way, we're gonna start pressing down so we get a nice clean here. And now I do know that with that, we definitely have more than I need. And because this is folding inward, it's in the way. So here we go. Let's do this. I need the cover. Okay, here we go. I hope I'm not getting too much of a glare. I mean, all of us are doing it, though. I notice we all have something. And, you know, depending on what we're using, everything's got a glare right now. So, okay. So, let's get this one situated. Everything's sticky somewhere. Yeah. Like everything is sticky somewhere. So how was your Sunday morning? I hope your Saturday went well. I ran errands all day, or we'll be running errands all day, and that's always weird. I hate talking about it if it already happened, but then again, the goal was errands. We had nails in the morning for Saturday morning, and then Costco run and Safeway run, and my daughter hopefully got to go with her boyfriend to the movies. My youngest saw the movie first with her best friends the day after Halloween. They spent the night at my house, slept in, and then I took them to the movies in the afternoon and then took them home. So that was sort of nice. Some kids got to have something to do for the day, and others got a break from being at home. So, where her mom could, you know, one girl's, her mom works from home, and she's like, oh good, I didn't have to worry about anybody. I was like, yeah, let me help. Let me work this. Now, on this one, I don't know whether I want to go. I really do want that capability of still having that ripped look, but we are too far out on the same time. So we're going to do a little bit of interesting work here. We are going to cut in on this where I need to, maybe leaving a little bit more triangle-y, but it is this part that has to come off. But you don't have to see it. So that I can just go straight across and trim and not worry, because no one's going to see it. It's going to be covered, if I don't cut it off by accident, by the fold. There we go. Yeah. More strips. I can't help myself. Alright, so you're going to see... Nope, you're not going to see it. Well, you see. How are we going to see it? How are we going to do this? you're going to see that. So you're really not going to see anything off. I can do that. Okay. So now we're going to sort of do more of a, this I might be able to do. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with this, because it's so little, but I have enough here that, okay, downside is it's so little, right? Bummer. I was hoping to rip it off, but I didn't get enough of a grip on that. So it's going to be more of a torn rip than a, never mind, it's going to be a clean cut. I was hoping for a fun rip, but I'm going to have to do it that way. Bummer. Sometimes you just can't. I mean, I'm at the same problem on the inside. I don't know how easy I'm going to be able to tear it as we go. So, I can have a thought. I'm trying to stay on camera, guys. Sorry. I don't know there's much to talk about. But if I talk too much, then I won't get it done, and this will be a long video. But if I don't talk enough, then you poor guys get bored. Not bored. I mean, you could zoom through and watch me do this in 30-second increments, but, or 10-second increments. There we go. See, that's what I was trying to do, but even to the end, it gets a little upset. It doesn't like that end piece. There we go. A little bit better. We're just working our way. Now, what I can do, and I've seen people do before, to help out, we can just do a little of this and then ink it, and that will help give me a rougher look, so it's not so perfect. Like I said, we're not going to see it here, but we are going to see it up here. So let's do some ink and then, you know, cross our fingers. Cross all the pretty little fingers. I'm going to ink it all the way down just because I can't help myself, but here we go. More this than anything else. All the edges, all the pretties. Is this inked? It is inked around the corner. I might try to round it. We'll see. Okay, we're getting there. So pretty much we're going to glue it down, and then we're going to fold it in place. Oh, yeah, right. So I think I'm actually going to put the glue on this side. It might be a little easier than on the paper, so I don't accidentally glue it down to everything else. But yeah, guys, this is sort of it this year, this month. It's going to be this, and we're going to work on, what's the other thing? We're going to work on the Snowy Winter Journal. See, oh, my worry is the moment I did that. But it does it every time to me. I glue it down, and then I go to fold it, and there's a gap. There's always something that has a conniption fit. And you're supposed to, you know, do it a certain way, but oh, that's why they said not to glue it in the seam. But I'm also trying to, like, you know, reinforce everything. Of course I want to sew it in this, glue it in the seam. God, I can't help myself. All right, we'll see. Well, a little give, a little play is okay, right? So we're going to go here. So, all right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, it's taking a little TLC, a little work. Let's get the basics done. And then we can go into the decor part. If I can't, well, at least you saw how the construction of this went in all of my chaos. Watch it, then go back. Maybe not. Maybe not watch it that way. I don't know. Because I could see me even doing... maybe not. I was like, okay, so we had enough paper there to cluster, and, you know, maybe we'll find a way to cluster up there, but no, probably not. I overdo it sometimes. In the sense of trying to hem and haw and figure it out, like, trying to use every little piece. So we know on this outside we are going to use this, and I'm probably going to utilize the fact that this covers, and so we're going to simply just, I'm going to distress it and glue it so we can see a little bit of the gold, but then we're going to just trim off the edges and be done with it, because I don't feel like trying to do too much more, because the rest is going to be slightly hidden by trying to be specific and, you know, try to fussy cat out of an area. Before I didn't have much of a choice, and I was like, oh, it's a better page. Doesn't have to be super thick. We are going to glue right down the middle, so like I said, we can tuck up and under. And then this back here is just going to glue here to the paper. So I can still tuck something in, but we also are going to put some lace over here so that that's what you see on the back side. So little by little, we're going to work our way through this so that I do not, you know, glue or tape the wrong thing down, and then I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right. tight. I'm going to try to stay in the camera. I'm a little off with my positioning because, I don't know, everything seems weird and can't go where I want to go. And so we're going to glue it down, and then I think I will just, yeah, clean cut trim. Because trying to get one more ribbed edge probably is not going to work. I'm going to do this so that I don't get glue where I don't want it. Alright. I'm not going to the edge of it, but we're going to make sure it's all covered. We're going to make sure it works. But yeah, so we ran errands, went to Costco. God, food's getting more and more expensive. I know, I live in California, but oh my gosh. I think it's getting more expensive everywhere. It just seems that much more worse. That much more worse. God, I have to tell my daughter. So it's just that much more worse because, you know, it's California. Gas is ridiculous, everything. When you're on a budget. At least I was finally able, come to find out, my insurance company for my health didn't think to check in. I couldn't make changes, never called me back last year, and I was still stuck on an income-based insurance. So I was paying literally private insurance and an arm and a leg. On occasion, they would pay for something, and so since I'd pay the copay, and then, sorry, that was the name of my daughter's, and I don't want to lose it. Yeah, I gotta put that somewhere. I'm not gonna lose it. I need to put back a keychain back together for her. It came apart. I'm like, oh, I can fix that, but I've got to find all the pieces and make sure I don't lose everything. Yeah, I was paying full insurance. And the first few months we knew that because it was technically in that income bracket. And then last year, or this year, I went to try to make changes in December. It says, oh, well, you have a broker. And I'm like, okay. So I leave a message. She never gets back to me. I'm told I should work for Medicare. Like, Medi-Cal should kick all this crap, right? Never knew, never got a hold of anything. So I sucked it up and I paid it because no one would get back to me. So now I've had a year of, survivor benefits and no taxable income, and my business is a 1099 that's so unreliable. So yes, I go and pay taxes for that, but it's not something I can base a insurance policy on in any sense of the word, not yet at least. And so I called her, made an appointment, and said, "Hey, what the heck? This is ridiculous." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, woman, I'm so sorry." Yeah, she's sorry, alright. I'm gonna fire her. She's like, oh wait, yeah, that's what you've been doing, and you've got money since, yeah, this is what I've been doing. And she's like, yeah, let me make that change. And so the girls now have free Medi-Cal for now. I mean, I don't know if it's great. It means we may have to have some hit and misses, and it's not gonna be perfect, but I mean, I don't mind paying for paying for certain doctor visits when, like, oh, well, we don't take that. Okay, well, how much would you charge me self-pay? Sometimes they're really good with you, and it's not that bad. So I'm like, well, okay, then, I'll pay that, because I'm not paying an arm and a leg for these kids. I'm not paying anything for the kids now. And then I literally knocked myself down to 1/10 of the price I was paying. Oh my gosh, guys, it was ridiculous. I can't believe it. I was like, So I'm a little less stressed. That means I can work at the business, and I can try to see if I can, be of use to you guys and have a shop going, and not just digital, but, supplies and handmade, and, like I'm doing right now. But at the same time, when I feel like it, I can do digitals and, just try to make a living. See if I can make enough to make up. I need to make up a portion of what my daughter won't be bringing in anymore, because she'll be 18 in a year. So I have a year to get this up and running again. And I think I need to make that a little, I feel like I need to make that a little smaller. It is a little on the tight side. It is cutting it really close. So I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to cut it. I wonder if I can get the thingy to cut a little deeper. I'm like, that is not going to work. Oh, let's see, 1/4. I think because it's already there, I don't know if I get it to do anything, but maybe. So I'm like, that needs to be rounded a little more. And my idea of rounding is never good. Yeah, see, I already cut it off, so it's not going to do it. Maybe the 1/2 inch. I'm like, oh, there we go. Well, sort of. I never do like this one. It sort of drives me insane. It's always off. It's always weird. It's always, nothing's perfect. We're just going to sort of have the possibility of, there we go. But anyway, at least figuring it out, and I'm getting bills for next year reduced, and got PG&E reduced, and we got a bunch of things just reduced so that I can stretch the money a little farther, get a chance at making this grow. now that I'm coming out of all of it. All right, so we definitely want to trim up a little bit of this. I don't really want to see it and have it compete with anything else. We're going to take these little itty bitty pieces here and we're going to get rid of them. There we go. Ink everything, ink everything, ink everything. Ink, ink, ink. But yeah, so reducing prices so that I can pay for food. I can pay for gas. Oh, jeez. But everything else I can't adjust. But yeah, it's amazing when, you know, of course you come out of the fog, the initial fog of everything. You go, oh, yeah, okay. Well, you know. Okay. First half covered. First section. Oops, here we go again. Glue. First tabby thing. Let's see, let's get that glued down because it gets caught, so we don't want it to keep bending. I'm terrible if I use my fingers way too much. That's what my baby wipes are right here for, so I can just, well, at least between this and something else, I'll get them all disastrously done before the nails get repeated. It does catch in that corner, which is really weird. But, okay, so we are going to think about putting something, maybe a flat something here, which we could cut this up and glue it down and get that string underneath it to go towards the front, or go towards, you know, to go towards here, which I think is going to help. So we'll do it that way and put, you know, put a word and whatever else we want here, and it's not going to interfere with anything. Okay, so we know we have that, but we'll be on the outside if we do anything. This is going over here. This is going to go here. So I won't do all that here, but I will glue this down, I think, so that's going to help. I just want to go down the middle so I can tuck little things in and up. Fun part is going straight. Ha ha. I wonder if I could. I didn't even think about that. Haven't you tried that? Trying to glue a straight line. Can we glue a straight line? That's there, but is it middle? That's the only part I won't know if it's middle. But let's just do this. So that. There we go. Let's try that. So I can stick something down below, like down into it, and I can stick something up. And the way it's getting glued down, it becomes a tuck the other side too. So we are just having a blast, but we don't want to glue anything in until I get the other side, because we're going to glue most of the page here. With a little bit left over with that. This side still needs to get covered, and this is what's going to take a whole lot of work. And I'm at 32 minutes. Doesn't take long, right, ladies and gentlemen? Like I said, I could be zooming through this if I wasn't talking and jibber-jabbering, but I don't know. It's nice. Like I said, I really wish I could, maybe with enough handmade stuff, after a while, I will be able to get a live going with you, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe we can start doing this, like, not that I want to sit here for an hour on end, but I could. Like, I could sit here for an hour and chat with you all and use the internet and, you know, I'm not actually, like, what's the word? I'm not using my computer as a sense of, like, trying to hold a 1 hour video in my cloud. You know, we're doing this live, and YouTube will do its thing later, and, you know, all that jazz. And I could just work for an hour or two and catch whoever wanted to come in, and I don't know. We'll see. That's all up to you guys. You know, it has to, I'm going to do my best. Okay, so we're halfway there. Oh, I did come up short. Shoot. If I go too far, then I end up taking his head off. So we can go here. And I know it's going to cut up here. But maybe what we're going to do is we're going to fussy cut a little bit and distress it, maybe. And then go back up. And that way, that might... Well, I could even fussy cut it all the way. What if I just fussy cut it around it and we use the red as what it is? Because it's covering anything ripped. Ooh, let's do that. And maybe once I have that fussy cut, I can see, like, if I wanted to put... What do I have? Where do I have it? I'm all on the papers. I do have papers. Hold on. I could put... Well, even its own page that I fussy cut out around it, I could fussy cut some of this behind any areas we didn't like. Let's do that. I am going to, we're going to make this work the way it is. We're not going to, let's utilize it, and, you know, we're going to patchwork it a little bit. And that is okay, since, you know, we have a collage look on the front. Let's fussy cut and patchwork this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to fussy cut this out real quick. and that'll come back. So you don't have to sit here, because I don't know what to talk about right now. I want to talk, but I don't know how much to talk about. So I don't want to run out of time, or run out of things, right? So give me a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, my light went out. Oop. There we go. Yeah, I never know how warm everything's going to get. Sorry about that. Never know how warm things are going to get and how long it's going to take me, and I don't want to overheat my phone any more than necessary. So, okay, got it cut out. Give it a slight easy cut on some areas so that, you know, I don't have a bad job, and give me room to distress and ink. But, all right. So I love that we're going to go right up here. I might leave that off. I don't know. Because it doesn't go all the way to the top. So I think if we have it purposefully, you know, entailed a certain way. So I definitely think we need to put stuff behind these pages. I do want this, I think, there. I just have to, I think it's going to be a lot easier to do some ripped clustering behind it than trying to, you know, debate on it. And I'm like, that isn't going to fit, or that didn't work, or you know, let's see if we can do this a little differently. So I'm just going to do that, get rid of that. You know, I'm not sure why I ripped that edge. I have no clue. I don't even know why I ripped that, but I did. Just because anything, I think, depending how I decided to do this, I'm just going to want to do a lot of easy ripped edges. We're definitely going to cluster and, you know, make this worthwhile. Because I'm like, we have stuff, we need to work stuff. He's gorgeous. So he will be a little bit of a catch right here, though. That is the thing I just realized. He does not. I was going to originally cut it, and I might still have to. You won't be able to see his thing. I don't know. Unless I put unless we go up the side. Ooh, what's a thought? What if we went in? No, I can't, because I'm going to stop. No matter what I keep thinking, like, oh, we'll go up, and I'm like, it's backwards. Everything I want to do is backwards. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this in here where when I trace it, we do have a little bit of a lip for him. It's not as easy as it looks. I always want to do this, and it's never as easy as it looks to cover the side without really, doing a lot of work. A lot of clustering here. And I think we will create, though, something behind him where we need, what is chocolate piece I need probably. We're going to need a little something behind him so that he sticks out a little thicker, so we don't keep catching him every time we want to put something in there. Of course, I am putting a much bigger card in there, so it's not going to catch every 5 seconds, but yeah. No matter what we do, it's work. I'm sorry, guys. This is not, I think that's why I'm going to go up that way. So we're going to just start moving and clustering and ripping and seeing what comes of it, because we need it in there. We just don't know how far up or how well we need it until I get going. This is going to be the most unclean, undone version I've ever done. I used to do this, but I haven't done these a lot lately. It's been a while since I've covered one of these. I think I do them at least once a year, but that's a problem. Once a year. So if I go underneath, I could go all the way to the edge. This one may not show, because it's so hard when you're doing it backwards, right? So you're not really able to, I went upward and that, didn't I? Okay. So if I make these match up a little bit, we've got him up to there, which does strengthen him a little bit. You may even rip right around the edges of him. Right, there we go. And then I'm going to have to shoot inward, and then I'm going to have to, we're going to go inward, and I know it's going to make that really bumpy in the worst places, aren't I? Got a lot of paper for something you're not going to see. Oh, cheese and crackers. What I might do is we're going to glue this together where I think I need it, and then I can just like the baseline, and then I can go in and maybe rip off the stuff I don't need. So we go here, distress that, It's just another piece of paper to help sort of keep it stronger. Oh, I'm such a perfectionist. Oh my God. It has to be like this rhyme and reason, which is why sometimes junk journaling is a little hard for me, because I'm like, well, yeah, just throw it on the page, which after a while I was getting to that point where, it was sort of sometimes easier with the reels on Instagram, because I couldn't think about it much. I had to just go, okay, here's the pieces I'm using, and I'm just doing this one little thing, and I'm getting it done. Like, I'm not thinking about it much. I'm trying not to make a big deal out of it. And it was just done. And, you know, doesn't mean that always works. So when we're on camera, we hem and haw over it a little more because we think we have more time, you know, and we don't have all day to do this. And I don't know. So, first week of November is in the books. My kids just finished 12 weeks of school. Can't believe they're 12 weeks down and, 24 to go? It's 180 days, but like, I know we have all three. We have 18 next semester that they're physically in school, which means, and plus the six, you know, now into the new season. This week will be the first week of the third term. So yeah, 18 and 6 is 24. So yeah, 12 down, 24 to go. Before you know it. Because what, 12 and, so we got 6, we have what, 12 weeks times 5 days a week. You get 60 days of the 180 done. And it won't take long. I'm just gassed. I'm just dumbfounded. I'm just, wow. I cannot believe this year's going by just as fast as everything else. My daughter's like, I can't believe how fast October went. I'm like, what are you talking about? I felt like October took forever. Personally, I felt like it took forever. That's me. I'm like, I felt like it took forever, but I think for them, like, you know, when they are in school, it definitely takes them, you know, less, even, not less time, but goes by quicker for them. Okay, so we've got that part, which, okay, I am happy with that. And that looks like it actually sort of goes from back here. So that actually worked out well. Now the top, I might leave that. I mean, I know there's all this paper back there, but I don't know if ripping it's going to do me any good. At least if I go all the way in the way it is, it's going to be less bumpy. So maybe we'll just leave it. I would normally not do all this glue, but let's just get these edges done. There we go. All right. And I better cover that up because I know me. It's going to get caught. So yeah, hopefully those with grandkids that are active in the grandkids' lives, or you have kids of your own. Oh my goodness, great grandkids. Yeah, it depends. I mean, we start really early in California, stupidly early. So it's, you know, sort of a pain in the butt, but I mean, we're getting it done. So I don't know. I think my glue is in place, so I know exactly, at least the bottom section here. Of course, what do? I want to make sure that I am exactly where I want to be, and so while I'm working the top, I am not questioning it. Because I also have a tendency of putting glue in the wrong area. I'm going to go all the way up. And I end up closing out my stuff. So I already know there's glue in here. There shouldn't be. There we go. All right. We're going to make sure that we are somewhat glued down, because that way when I collage the top, I can see what I'm doing. And am I even on camera? Yes, okay. Okay, Lord. That's always my worry. I go to finish a video and I find out that you guys saw nothing. That would be so bad, right? So terrible. Oh, so terrible. Okay, so we're halfway there. A little over half, right? Because that technically is base done, and we're getting this page done. But I'm really glad we did go all the way over. This is definitely more stout, and it's way less likely to rip opening and closing this book every 5 seconds. Because when you open this, when we're done doing this, you know, on this page, pockets on the outside, and I still feel like I did this totally backwards. I am so worried. I think it's because it's not going over the page that throws me off. It's going to go here. You're going to go see you have a pocket on the outside, and then you're going to open it up, and you have more pockets on the inside. Okay. No, it's good. It's there. It's good. Until I glue that down, but I have to put stuff on it before I can do that, and I have to make sure I'm out enough so that when I go to sew it in, I don't catch it, and that it can open out and not get caught every 5 seconds. There's quite a bit here. It's really a very thin tuck. I just realized there's not a lot tucked in, but okay, let's not get too sidetracked here. Now, last ordeal. I know I'm going to want to keep this little thing and whatever this ordeal for something else somewhere else. I know I'm going to want to. So I don't really feel like ripping into that. So let's just know now. And I'm going to use that for something else later. I know I will. So now we have to get this in here to a point, to an edge. So let's distress where we can. So that way we have that filled, right? I don't ink. Okay, so technically, of course it's not straight. Why doesn't that surprise me? We can go all the way over. I'll have to rip some of that. I'll have to make a note and figure out where to distress this a little bit, you know, do a little tear and rip a little farther in. Okay. Then, same concept though, we need to see where. Now I like the idea that it is a little bit up and then folded. So I want a little bit, because I don't want all that red to show. We've been covering a lot of it. So what if we, that's torn. So the reverse. I'm trying to decide, we glue it down like we didn't glue it down. We just took our chances with it, huh? And it's sort of showing where it is. Let's see something here. I'm going to decide if I want to maybe tucking a little something into that corner. Or I'm putting something above his head. I mean, it's going to be one or the other. Alright, so let's get you in and over where I thought we were going to put you. And even if it's torn and doesn't glue all the way down, it doesn't, because we're not showing really the red on this end. See, we didn't show it on this end. And then I can cut it up a little bit. And, you know, I like that. Let's make it work. Oh, we're going to make it work. Because that's what we do, darn it. Well, that's what we do. Hey, Keekers. Yeah, she's happy that she's got somebody home with her today. She's not here with me so she can get in and out. Alright, let's distress this and see what happens. Scrap paper! Constantly. That's the thing, I do these projects and I get a new kit going and I have so many scrap pages. I'm trying to be better, not keeping every little tiny bit of, I don't need that, but anyway, every single straight piece that I cut off, I try not to keep. There's a decent amount of ink on the back side with a pattern that you can see. But then again, it has led to some really good, you know, scrappy strip journal cards. So, you know, I guess not. It's not bad. So I didn't want to do too much off the edge. We want to go down there. There's a little bit of red. I could drop this a little bit. Now, oh yeah, I did line it up so you really couldn't see it actually, huh? So blend it in, which then gives me, if I drop it a little bit more, and you know, even it out a little bit here. It doesn't have to go in that corner, even if it did. A little bit. Gives me that. That might have to come off. But, such a pain, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little here that bugs me. That's a little here, and we're going to... So we're going to glue it down pretty good. Everything. And then I can rip this edge, try to stress it a little bit, and clean up these little things. So, hey, it worked. Not the way we expected, but it's working. I am really happy with that. This sticks out too much, and so it's not a very good, there we go, not a very good edge where it'll catch every 5 seconds, and someone will be like, ah, and I won't blame them. Okay, let's get this glued down to here, since now we know what we're working on. Not very high, but we, as I watched Amy and many of us, we don't want to, you want to glue the other way, and that's going to seal your envelope. because we, you know, didn't do what we needed to do. We can do this. We're going to go up here because I know if it's not this, then this has to get on it, right? So we're going to do a little bit of an eyeball. Parts of me is just going to run with it, you know, if it sticks out a little bit, it sticks out a little bit. If it shows, it shows. I have no red showing, so that's great. I'm okay with this over here. If not, I can tear it out. I don't know. We're going to tear it all out anyway. No. Right, you're just like, Ugh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I didn't want to do. Alright, nope, never mind. We're going to glue that sucker all down, and we're going to distress it. There we go. I'm like, I know better. That's all good. Let's get this glued down. I mean, I could do it towards a tuck to hide something in there. Or we could do that, huh? That would be fun. You know me. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I didn't glue it all down, huh? So let's... Yeah. I mean, let's just do it. Let's do that. So that way... Now this is on this end, which, you know what, might be really helpful, actually. Because when we go to do that poinsettia on this end, I can just trim off this little weird edge and leave it up there, and we have sort of both sides sort of doing this. Oh, that's a sticker. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, we have a little something to glue it onto, and that will be helpful too. All right, so we've got that. I think I'm about done, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, so the detail work. Maybe I'll do it as a reel. Maybe I will just do it and show you on the next one. Usually the reels are something sort of beginning to end, so you can see the progress report, but we are getting there. I think we're about done. I know I'm about to be late or long. It was supposed to be a quick, Sunday morning, but you know, we're having fun. We're crafting, we're creating. Hopefully you're going to go out and craft along, and there we go. Beautiful. Nice little ripped edge. Well, there we go. We just reshaped it a little bit. We went a little, you know, we got this little guy here. This is not accidentally glued down, which is great. So now I can go in and reinforce areas that may or may not have, you know, really connected. There we go. We're going to leave this as a hidden tuck. Right. A little something in there. You never know what I have going on. I may decide to tuck in there, or you might find it as a cute little hide a hole and you're going to want to put something in there. Either way. How about am I? Oh, 52 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry. My whole dust moves. Okay, so I really wanted to end this with you guys. Well, we did cover up an envelope. We've made a tuck here, a tuck up here. We're going to decorate this corner to help hide the fact that we cut off the poor angel's head. We covered the back so we can put another large collage journal card back here. And it's going to get glued on here in a way that, well, let's see. It is going to stick out. I could do a little bit of a glue down, but it's supposed to be a tuck, so I have a very little window here to glue this on and still make it a tuck on the other end, don't I? Because if I want to tuck this in, I only have the top edge here to glue it into and still be able to tuck anything in there. So definitely have to be careful with that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's see what we can do. And making sure that, you know, I don't go too far in. Paper's upside down. Nope, paper's not upside down. Okay. Hate to have the piano paper upside down in the end. Wouldn't that be a bummer? That would not be good after all that. I'm going to leave a little bit of space because I don't want it to get caught when we open and close it. We are going to figure out how much I need and cut it off. I'm going to see how quickly I can do this, but at least you'll get the gist at the end, and you'll, of course, see when I'm done, because maybe it might be too much hemming and hawing. Yeah, I'm going to have to really glue it way up. So we will tuck this in and glue it nicely, but we're going to... Let's try not to cut with those. We're going to do that. So nice to have a nice new... We're going to glue it all down so it doesn't get in the way when we tuck anything into it. But, of course, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you coming along on this Sunday morning and that you are, having a great brunch, Sunday morning chill. Of course, for some, because if I do this, depending what time I do this, yeah, if I put it up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, you guys will get it as early as 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then super early for my West Coast group, but definitely a better time frame for everybody else. And you guys can have your Sunday morning chill and craft maybe with me. And you came along and worked along with me, or just got to enjoy me jabbering as I am creating. And I never know which side is this. I know we're hiding most of that, whatever I do. So we'll do this way because it is going to show that way first. I'm going to put that right on the line if I can help it. We're going to put that little bit of edgy here right on the line, because I do want this to stick out. But I got to make sure it's going to stick down. And we'll keep putting glue to make sure it does. Because we want to be able to, yeah, we definitely want to be able to tuck something in there. And, making as many little hidey holes and pockets and things that we can. I keep putting that up right. But thank you so much for liking, loving, commenting, subscribing. As my numbers climb, and numbers climb are great, but we also need to watch it and like it and love it and whatever, every little thing you can do. Of course, watching it really helps. The more hours I get, the more likely I'm going to get closer and closer to the ability to live. So we need subscriptions, we need hours, we need it all. So thank you guys all as you're watching me finish this up. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I hope you'll join me the rest of this week as we continue on with all kinds of lovely things. Like I said, we will be doing, we're definitely going to be doing the scrappy pages. We're gonna get into ephemera. I have all these fun things I want to cover with all these whatever scraps we don't use on the, definitely on, the pages. We're going to use those small ones, and we're going to cover up other little things, and we're going to have a fun old time with it and make sure we have plenty of ephemera, both handmade and digital, in this kit, or in this journal. So I love you all very much. Thank you so much for showing up and coming. I really appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. Hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday is the goal. Cross our fingers, right? So love you all. Thank you so much for watching me hem and haw over this one. And I will talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.